Good day everyone! I am Ma'am Honey. Welcome to this video lecture for Lesson 3 entitled Literary Works in the Regions. As you learn and read literary pieces from the regions, I hope that you feel proud because of the power of the native tongue that intensifies the words and creates impacts to the soul. Bicol Literature. Bicol literature is about Bicol. This is how the writer and poet Marnie Quilates, who hails from Daraga, defines it. Not necessarily in the Bicol language, not necessarily published in Bicol, and not necessarily by a Bicolano, but it's about Bicol. Meaning, if it's a short story, the setting is in Bicol or its character is a Bicolano. If it's about Bicol, it can be classified as Bicol literature. Bicolano Writers. The Bicol region is a treasure trove of literary talents. It has its own long history of publication and writing. Even though the Spaniards burned proofs of Bicolano writing, the region was still able to preserve some of the oldest published materials. It also has its proud share of Bicolano talents. Christian Sendon Cordero. Christian Sendon Cordero is famous for being the writer and director of Nora Honor's first film in her mother tongue, The Hinulid. He had translated famous works into the Bicol language. His current projects include the Bicol translations of Jose Rizal's 2 novels. He recently received a Southeast Asian Writer Award from the Thai royalty last November 2020. Abdon M. Balde. Balde was born in Busak, Owas Albay. He actually finished a degree in civil engineering and worked as a construction engineer for 33 years before he retired and pursued a career as an author. He is also a gifted painter. Merlinda Bobis. Aside from being an award-winning writer, Merlinda Bobis is a dancer and a visual artist. She has performed some of her works in theater, dance, and music. Her plays have been produced or performed on stage and radio in Australia, the Philippines, Spain, USA, Canada, Singapore, and other countries. She finished her Bachelor of Arts as a summa cum laude from Aquinas University of Legazpi and her MA in Literature at UST Manila. Gil L. Gregorio. Gil Gregorio is a geo-poet and geo-weber. He concerns himself with writing about one's relationship to the earth and how we seek a new or renewed sense of the world. Other notable Bicolano writers. Luis Dato is a poet, writer, educator, and politician from Baao, Camarines Sur. Ricky Lee is a screenwriter, journalist, novelist, and playwright from Daet, Camarines Norte. He is famous for the novel Ako Si Bi. Jason Chancoco is a multi-awarded contemporary writer in Bicol, Iriganon, Filipino, and English languages. Angela Manalang Gloria and Benvenido Santos were not born originally in Bicol but have moved into the place to pursue their writing, career, and works. Filipino writers from the regions. There are numerous Filipino writers all over the regions, and we cannot thank them enough for their contributions to Philippine literature. F. Sunil Jose. He is one of the most widely read Filipino writers in the English language. Most of his novels and short stories depict class struggles and colonialism in the Filipino society. His famous work, The Mulave and the Orchid, was a story of love and purpose. It's the story of an old, arrogant, strong, and sturdy Mulave tree and a beautiful orchid who clings in the Mulave's trunk. Cyrilo F Bautista. Cerrilo Bautista is a national artist for literature. He is a Hall of Famer in the Palanca Awards because of his achievements in the field of literature. He won for literature 9 times for poetry, fiction, and essay. Mayon is a sample poem of the Bicolano writer Christian Sendon Cordero. According to him, the Mayon may be pleasant to the eyes, but behind its beauty is the cruelness that may take lives and harm the environment. Third World Geography is a poem written by the multi-awarded writer Cyrilo F Bautista. In the poem, he describes how people suffered from the hands of the abusive government. It also depicts the poverty, hunger, and the utter agony of the people. At the same time, it also gives a message of hope and how people clung onto that hope, waiting for a day that a miracle will happen. Indeed, literature from the regions and its writers have evolved through time, space, and histories. It would be more effective that as natives of our respective regions, we are also the ones who value our language and understand our culture.